They said the digital IDs were coming, that everyone had to accept it as a fact. Without it, you wouldn't be able to access the system. No healthcare, no banking. They said without it, you wouldn't even be able to go to the market and buy a loaf of bread. No traveling on airlines, no trains. That in some cases it would be necessary even to travel on public roads to visit your relatives and friends. They said there would be no opting out of it. In fact, they were going to do everything needed for you to be a part of the system themselves. Once it's implemented, all you had to do, they said, was scan your face with your cell phone and you were in. Without it, you were guaranteed hardships. They said the CBDCs were coming. Central bank digital currencies. No need for paper money any longer. Every coin in existence would become obsolete. Some businesses would still be happy to take cash for purchases. But when you received your wages from your employment field, it would be directly deposited into your CBDC account. And of course, the only way that you could access your money was through your digital ID. They said the surveillance systems were for our safety, a way to ensure that the public would remain safe everywhere they went. They said there was no reason to implement the facial recognition system from your digital identification into that surveillance system. All those cameras that seemed to be everywhere were only for your protection. They said the carbon credits were only to assist everyone in helping with saving the planet. There would be no regulations upon what you could purchase, what you could consume, what you wanted. They said the economy was fine, that there was nothing to worry about. They had everything under control, they said. They said all the automatons, the almost human-looking machines that walked the streets, were for our safety, to help the authorities to maintain the populace's well-being. The weapons they carried were only meant to be a deterrent to those who withstood their authority, their rules, their new standards. They said all of this was for our good. There was nothing said about total obedience. People are stealing, not just away from the prying eyes of others, not just under the cover of darkness, but brazenly in the open for all to see, and many that do see, that witness these things, do little more than record these actions on their cell phones. For what else can they do? The authorities in many places have decided that small crime is not a crime at all, and those who attempt to stop the actions of the perpetrators are themselves either hindered or arrested for doing so. Atrocious crimes. Crimes almost unspeakable are committed by those who have been arrested dozens of times. And while some indeed face the full penalty of the law, many are released back into the public, for reasons only known to those who have been placed in authority over the masses. And the result is people becoming complacent, for many times their words go unheeded. Far too many times for some wanting to try to see that justice is done. Entire neighborhoods being either overrun by those who know they will face no penalties, or are unfearful of the consequences of their actions if they are apprehended. And many times those who attempt to protect themselves are the ones taken away. Simply stating your views, your opinions online, is seen by some in certain nations as reason enough to remove you from society, while other nations will gladly remove your life from you if you so desire. And many people lock their doors. They remain inside the safety and security of their homes, and they wonder why all this is being allowed. They wonder why evil is being called good. And good. evil.
What's going on out there, honey?
Oh, the heathen are raging and imagining a vain thing again.
Deceived and being deceived.
Yep. The beginnings of sorrows, sweetheart. The beginnings of sorrows.